if Miguel can keep up with that against the wildly skilled Keyshawn Davis.
Madueño has some heavy hands now. 28 knockouts.
Davis, last time we saw him, Timmy, was that 6-round TKO against Jose Pedraza. Jose Pedraza, a former two-division world champion. You think about Pedraza and what Pedraza has on his tool belt and what he's accomplished in his career. I know the phase of his career he's at.
Yeah.
But is Madueño of that class?
He's not of that class, but he prescribes a different challenge, you know, because he's a big 135-pounder. He's even fought as high as 154 pounds and was able to produce knockouts. And I get it was against less competition, but that shows you that his power is real, one, that he's durable, and plus he's mentally tough. So he's going to take some shots tonight from Keyshawn, and he's going to continue to keep on coming, trying to land leather.
Oh, good jab to the body from Davis.
Stab jab was nasty. You heard it from here.
Then he's able to duck under that right hand from Miguel.
Oh, it's going to be target practice. It's going to be how much Madueño is going to be able to take over the course of 10 rounds.
Drives down a right hand. He does bring a lot of offense with him when he gets to the inside, doesn't he?
Tess, he throws 90 punches on average, 90 punches a round.
Well, there's another side to that, Tim, and that is when you throw a lot of punches, you're opening yourself up, and he's squared up a lot to absorb a lot of punches. Now, last week, we were down there in Miami. There's a right hand from Keyshawn. And we're broadcasting that Teofimo Lopez fight against Steve Claggett. And look at this.
He's wasting energy. I mean, it looks fancy, but he's wasting energy.
Yeah, you're using your legs. You're using your legs by lifting a
I get it.
140-pound man off the ground.
Exactly.
But anyways, what I was saying is last week, one of the central discussions we had on this crew was talking about Teofimo Lopez's opponent, Steve Claggett. And we kept referencing the fact that Steve Claggett had record-setting punch totals, that he had a fight where he connected with over 500 punches. Well, Miguel was the target he hit. The guy who Steve Claggett landed 512 punches against, and 417 of them were power shots, was the guy who's in the ring right now with Keyshawn Davis.
Break clean. Thank you.
And he's applying the same pressure that Teo got through the course of the fight. I would say Claggett is a little bit better at it. He knows how to close the gap and cut off the ring.
Miguel bravely going right into the kitchen, throwing that right hand against Davis.
However, Madueño hits a lot harder than Claggett.
Another jab to the body, and look at the defensive prowess of Keyshawn Davis to get away from all of this offensive power of Miguel Madueño. Look at this scene here at The Rock in Newark as everybody's getting set for these 2 world title fights set to come your way, including pound-for-pound elite Shakur Stevenson. Round number 2 for Keyshawn Davis against Miguel Madueño. In that first round, he had a 16-5 connect advantage. Take us through what you saw, Timmy, in that first round from Keyshawn.
So what you're going to see, this is subtle right here, but this is called profiling. You profile your opposition. You know exactly where his head is. That short little shot on the inside by Keyshawn right there. That was smart. And then he gets real physical on the inside. You know, these are veteran tactics. Then the stab jab. You're going back to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather started this off with that stab jab. What that does is stops your opponent's momentum from coming forward. And it buys you some time to be able to get out, reset, and regroup. Plus, it weakens them as well, Tess. As you know, going down to that body slowly drains your opponent's reserve.
He had 5 of those in the first round. And then we were listening in to Brian McIntyre, the trainer of Keyshawn, and he told him specifically, he said, every chance you have, I want you to stab him to the body.
Keyshawn right now, he's going to have to stab to the body, you know, to keep that momentum from coming forward. And you see Madueño reacting to the feints. However, he's not spooked. But that's the thing about Madueño. He's not going to go anywhere. Keyshawn's going to have to stand and choose and fight, or even try to bag him up at some point in the fight. Most guys that like to come forward, they do not like to go backwards, Tess. So if you push him back, take him out of his element. Don't allow him to be strong. and feel dominant, Tess.
Lightweight division very much in our focus tonight with Keyshawn, with Abdullah, and then Shakur Stevenson will defend his WBC title coming up a little later. And at the end of this round, we will be in the locker room with Shakur.
That's smart, going down to their body. Really, really smart by Keyshawn. Again, Madueno's not going to go
Madueno
anywhere.
with a right hand to the body against Keyshawn. Keyshawn fires back with a right hand up top of his own.
Madueno, where he's going to try to have an advantage is he's trying to punch with Keyshawn. He's trying to punch with Davis. He's trying to catch him in between his punches. That was a big punch behind the head.
Yeah, that was a clubbing right hand that partially went behind the head.
Because he knows he's not going to beat him in the speed department or the skill department. He knows that he's going to have to catch him in between his shots.
Stop.
Mark Kriegel.
Yeah, I'm here with the champ. Shakur, we were a little bit surprised that your opponent, Artem, got a little chatty with you yesterday.
I mean, he's supposed to do that. That's what he's supposed to do. He believes in himself, so let's see.
I know that you bought a whole section for the Boys and Girls Club of Newark. What do you want those kids to walk away tonight saying about you?
That anything is possible. Just because of where you come from, don't let it deter where you going, and just stay focused out here. Anything's possible.
Listen, we're up on the set talking about how much pressure there is on you tonight to prove that last time was a fluke and all sorts of stuff. You don't look that nervous.
Like I told you, I'm not focused on it.
Well, you got to be able to land on it. I mean, that's big talk. Shakur Stevenson, as you can see, and as you know, one of the hardest fighters to lay a glove on.
Has the best plus-minus in all boxing. There's an uppercut from Keyshawn Davis here early on in round number 3 against Miguel Madueno, and now the crowd roaring with every shot he lands. He has a 28-13 connect advantage. He's landed 12 power punches to this point.
Yeah, Keyshawn is starting to find his mark, and he has been early. However, things are starting to slow down a bit. He's starting to get comfortable with the pressure that Madueno was putting on him. Now he's starting to set up shots on the inside, landing his combinations.
Oh, there's a
like
good
that.
right hand. Off-platform right hand from Keyshawn Davis.
Stop. Break clean.
And if the knockout comes, Tess, it's not going to come.
There's a right hand now from Miguel as Keyshawn tries to turn away from it.
That's exactly what Madueno needs to do. Make it rough and tough for the young Keyshawn Davis. Good defense right there against the ropes. I don't like Keyshawn standing up on the ropes like that with his chin exposed. He needs to tuck and cover and walk Madueno's back to the center of the ring. He's dangerous right there.
In his head.
I mean, man, you better get off them ropes.
Listen, it's elite upper body movement defensively, but you can also just use your legs and get out of that position.
Well, you can misjudge a punch coming, Tess, and get clipped on the temple, on the eye, somewhere. That can be harmful to you.
Stop. Let him go. Let his head go. Let's go. Come on.
Range finding with that jab. Then he goes to the body.
Oh, yeah.
4 punches to the body. It started with the jab. Then he swept with the combination, just like Bomac said to do.
He's slowly weakening Madueno. That's what he's trying to do, weaken him little by little. The knockout's not going to come right away. It's going to come on the back end. He got 10 rounds to do it or figure it out. He's going to slowly beat on him.
Well, that left hand hit the mark as well.
Madueno, serious.
Just keeps coming and
He's
coming,
serious.
coming and
I'm telling you, man. Terminator.
Said I'm going to come forward the entire fight, and I hope he fights too. You don't have to worry about that. The accuracy of Keyshawn Davis. Wild swinging right hand from Miguel, and that is how we will close out round 3.
Go to your corner.
Right here on ESPN. Pound for pound elite Shakur Stevenson on a night with 2 world title fights. And now we get a chance to see Keyshawn Davis, the undefeated title contender, And let's show you the CompuBox numbers when it comes to jabs. I mean, Davis is dominating, 23-3 connect advantage. But it's also the fact that he's landing 52%. His effectiveness with the jab.
He's going to have to. You know, he's doing his best. Oh, he hurt him with that shot.
Oh, and a 1-2. Splits the guard. Right hand. Now he goes to the body. Look at this offensive assault from Keyshawn Davis. Snapping back the head in round number 4. Good stuff from Keyshawn.
Has he turned on the kill switch? It looks that way, Tess, after that sequence.
Step back, break clean. Thank you, guys. What?
And yet there is Miguel sitting right in front of him time and again. Another accurate right hand. That time he loops it a bit.
Madueño's tough as they come, Tess. He's taking some big shots in there.
A 33-fight veteran. Davis is picking his spots here in round number 4.
Man, Madueño's he's like a gnat you can't get rid of. He's just all on Keyshawn. Just coming forward, taking shots.
3-punch combination backs him up, and he walks right back into the heat of it. And then fires right hands of his own.
Stop. Break clean. He didn't mean that. It's just where it came, man. Come on.
What I like from Keyshawn, I like his physical strength. He told us in the fighter meetings, I've been working on my physical. I've been lifting a lot of weights, you know, to get strong. He understood that he's going to be facing a strong fighter like Madueño, which is good, and it's helping him. Tess. Woo, the rolls in the inside.
Oh, this is sharp shooting right now. This is sharp stuff.
Entertaining stuff right here.
And the varied offensive attack, too. The 1-2s up top. The stab jabs to the body work, and then going upstairs, as well as the defensive stuff rolling.
See, you see that Keyshawn's giving less room now. He's staying close enough to be able to hit and counter Madueño.
Gives an angle, sends off the right hand. Miguel right into the pocket, going to the body, comes upstairs with the right hand, just a glancing blow.
Keyshawn trying to rest right there. He's trying to find a way to get off the ropes.
Step back.
Can't stay there, Madueño. That's one spot you want to end up at. You make Madueño's job easy when you sit on the ropes with him. That's what he wants you to do.
Fight high totals for connects and punches thrown in round number 4 for Keyshawn Davis. was 34 out of 61 total punches in that last
Look,
round.
the art of boxing, I mean, it isn't careless. It's meticulous like this. Meaningful shots. This is being a complete pro right here. You know, he's doing a good job in navigating his way through this fight. Keyshawn is throwing that mid-range when he needs to, being inside the pocket as well. Dominating on the inside like that with short uppercuts on the inside. And throwing combinations, using his jab and setting up his combinations just like here, as you see. It's just good work by Keyshawn Davis. Little by little, he's slowly weakening
56%.
Madueño. Yeah, he's slowly weakening him. And you know that 50% rate, you know what I always tell you.
Well, see, he's at 55% of his power punches.
The stoppage should be near.
You know who also believes in that is Bomac, is Brian McIntyre, his trainer, because we listened in after the last round, and he gave him the combination he wants to see. He said under with the right hand, over with the left. But he said he cannot take much more of this.
He's going to keep coming.
There's that right hand to the body again.
But you're starting to see the inside work here by Keyshawn. You got to be careful not to pull straight up. That left hook from Madueño is going to come.
Remember, first of our two world title fights is coming up next. Oshaki Foster against Robson Conceição, the Olympic gold medalist, WBC Junior Lightweight Championship. And then it's Shakur Stevenson and Artem Hartunian for the WBC Lightweight World Championship. There is shock. Oshaki Foster from Houston, Texas, the third defense of his title. He is coming off high drama. I mean, sensational, fan-friendly fights that came down to the 12th round, and Shock having to pull it out. What will happen in moments against Conceição?
Keyshawn again showing his inside prowess. The same thing coming from Madueno, just kind of trying to land something. Spraying and praying, that's it. Keyshawn has landed some vicious shots on him, and he's taking them well. He's still in this fight. Can't count him out. He still has heavy hands. But Keyshawn right now in total control of the action.
And then there is Shakur Stevenson, his really good friend, who's glued to watch the action of Keyshawn Davis. These two have a dynamic relationship.
Yes, they do. And they've already said that they will not fight each other.
Keyshawn is so outspoken about his lofty ranking right now already in his career. The fact he said, I'd go up, I'll fight Teofimo Lopez at 140. I'll take anybody. Put me on the Tank Davis, Vasily Lomachenko co-feature. I'll fight the winner there. Give me Baranchek, the WBO champ. But the only guy I won't fight is Shakur Stevenson.
They're friends.
They're very close friends.
Yes. Nice body shot from Madueno.
Yeah, it came with the left hand, sweeping across that belt line moments ago in the closing moments here of round number 5. Scheduled for 10 before our 2 world championship fights from here in Newark, New Jersey. Keyshawn Davis with a 93-40 connect advantage.
Madueno got an appetite for leather. He just eating shots after shot.
Especially the body work, because then it opens up things like that. The attack upstairs. 27 body connects to this point. You see the punches landed overall by Davis.
Get up. All right. Come on, let's go.
Oh, what a good right hand behind that jab. Then he goes to the body with a left. And Miguel right in the kitchen throwing heat to the body himself.
Put your hands out. Let him go. Let him go. Break. Stop. Stop. Break. Break clean. Break clean. Break. Guys, come on, man.
You start hitting guys that often, you worry about hand injuries. You know, hitting them high on the head. Madueno has a strong chin, as you can see. I would pay attention more downstairs if I was Keyshawn. That's where I would focus most of my attention downstairs, and he has been. But I think he can do a little bit more downstairs. Keyshawn right here, what he's doing, he's buying himself time. That's what he's doing.
Right uppercut on the inside.
The body work is what's going to continue to weaken Madueno and slow him down. And then eventually Keyshawn will be able to land something up top that's going to really hurt him.
This is a right uppercut that was glancing from Madueno. He is letting his hands go as he said he would. He knows it's his only hope to come forward the entire fight.
Madueno tries to wear you out. He pushes the pace on you. He lets his hands go. He's